Hi, we're back. Thanks for staying with us. I'm joined on the phone now by Mr. William Sawyer. He is the CEO of Lucas Energy on the American Stock Exchange, LEI. Bill, good to talk to you again.
Good to talk to you, Don.
Well, Bill, we're very happy to be reinitiating coverage of Lucas Energy, and I know that you and I will be sitting down for a much longer interview here in a couple of weeks. But tell our audience again about Lucas Energy's business model.
Our business model is very simple. We go out, we look for old wells, put them back on production, make as much money as we can, and then look for some underlying value. When we assess the underlying value, then we go out and find a larger partner who can help develop it with their money.
When I saw news recently about the Hilcorp-operated Hagen Eagle Ford wells, I know you're very high on that area. Tell us about that.
Well, Hilcorp, the fourth largest oil and gas privately owned company in America, partnered with us on our Gonzales County Eagle Ford. They've already drilled 2 wells, which, by the way, had no cost to us. We own a 15% interest. First well has been drilled. It's making about 350 to 400 barrels of oil a day at the time that they tested it. And the second well is going to be fracture stimulated here in the next few days.
Now, with oil prices apparently going nowhere but up, I mean, having this kind of production, you must feel pretty good about the company right now.
Yes, despite the fact that we had a very poor quarterly report, production is actually really good. We expect that we'll be at 400 barrels a day pretty soon, and then at 600 barrels a day gross, and probably by end of year, maybe in the 600 to 1,000 barrel a day range.
Now, I know the company recently filed its 10Q. What can you tell us about that?
Well, the 10Q certainly didn't look good on the surface, but you have to realize 2 things. One is a very large portion of the expense was a non-recurring expense for stock. It was not a cash expense. Okay. And that included like the director's annual fee, some compensation to some past people that we bought up their contracts. But the main thing was not the expenses, it was the revenues. Revenues were down in November and December because when the Eagle Ford wells came on, and there are a lot of Eagle Ford wells, there have been over 200 drilled. As those wells came on, the trucking companies were not prepared for it, the volume they got, and so we had a lot of wells shut in waiting on oil to be taken off the leases, and we're hoping to correct that pretty quick with the trucking companies, but that was a major item in the category of our revenues that cost us those 2 months.
Once again, Lucas Energy and the American Stock Exchange, LEI. Bill will be talking on a much longer interview in a week or two. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate being on the show.
Take care.